Listen, listen to me, and listen to me good. It is one thing. It is one thing for you to act like a clown. It is another for someone to take and buy you a red wig. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Basketball Wives Season 10, Episode 4. As I said, it's one thing for you to act a clown. And I mean, that's always your Pennsylvania privilege, child. You act as much as a clown as you want to. That's your business. Clown on. But when somebody goes and buys you a red wig, see, if I make a clown of me, that's one thing. But for you to make a clown of me, how dare you? How dare you? See, I told you all about that Rocc Starr, but I don't know if y'all wasn't listening, but I told y'all about that Rocc Starr. That Rocc Starr is a whole mess. We're going to talk about it. Anyway, we were at this here little situation, and how Angel tried to make the whole thing be about her. Once the mess jump off, Angel going to make it about her. Oh, I'm pregnant, and all the yelling, and Angel, don't nobody care. Now, I mean, listen, it's sad, but it's true. It is your job when you're pregnant to keep you and your baby safe and not be in a high stress situation when you know your pregnancy is kind of risky or, you know, high risk. It really is not on other people. It's on you. And I'm just going to say this. These girls and being around the ladies and in a whole reality TV realm, that girl, that's on you. Reality TV, Basketball Wives, drama. It's based in drama. So don't nobody care. You just talking. You're just talking. Ain't nobody listening. Now, sad, but true. Should we be more aware when there are pregnant women? Or yeah, we should. We should. But people don't. They don't pay attention. They don't. Be honest. Be honest. You can write it in the chat or down in the comments. When you encounter a place and there are someone pregnant is there, it's not just like a daily event. Don't you always see pregnant people? You always see pregnant people. It's so common. It's so commonplace to run into people who are pregnant that we really don't as a people. And we are wrong. We're wrong. A pregnant woman is actually to be cared for with kid gloves. But as a people, it's so commonplace to see pregnant women that we just, she fine, she pregnant. You don't even really give it that much thought. Honest to goodness. If you don't know for a fact that somebody is in a high-risk pregnancy or something's going on, you don't pay them any attention. You don't pay them any attention when they're at your house. You ain't jumping up, serving them. You like, girl, you better get your big cell phone up and go on. You and the baby go on and get you something to eat. We just don't. We don't. And it's something, I mean, something we just don't talk about. There are still mothers. You know, women still die in childbirth. It still happens every day. Even with all the modern technology and stuff we have, women are really in a really bad state when they are with child. But as a people, child, we don't pay that no attention. We don't. We trifling. And that's across the board. Somebody get up here and tell me that I'm lying. Am I lying? We treat them just like everybody else. We will stop for a person with a cast on before we stop for a person that's pregnant. People will still park in spaces for pregnant mothers. Park in the spot, you know, the spots that they got close up to the store for an expected mother. People will park in them spaces just as nice. They will park in that before they park in a handicap spot. Because in the handicap spot, you're going to what? You're going to get a ticket. What's the chances if you park in the expected mother spot that you're going to get a ticket? People don't pay no attention. But that's us failing one another as a whole. And I think for the most part, we're guilty. We're guilty, myself included. I don't park in them spaces. But I mean, it's just so commonplace to see people pregnant. So as a people, we could do better. But for right now, the truth of the matter, Angel, wasn't nobody paying you no attention. Didn't nobody even care about the fact that you was there. They were screaming and yelling because it's what they wanted to do, girl. It's on you to get up, and you and Rocc Starr take you and y'all's baby and get on up out of there. Anyway, moving on. Jen ended up getting her a date set up. She ended up going out later on with Jelani. He is cute. In the eyes. His eyes are pretty. His eyes are pretty. Cuter with his mouth closed. But I'm gonna leave that. Sorry, Jelani. Listen, teeth is a big thing for me. I'm sorry. I thought you were adorable, baby. When you open your mouth, you cuter with your mouth closed. But that's all right. You can fix that. We can fix that. Cuter with his mouth closed up. But I like Jelani and Jen so far. They both love dogs. They both had some of the similar views on children and different things like that. He was very attentive to her. They seem to have enjoyed themselves together, and they both said, yeah, we're going to do this again. So they're going to date again. So that was nice. That was nice. You know, because the last interaction with a male that I remember with Jen was when her husband threw that drink in her face real hard. Baby, that's when I first started. Listen, that situation, that sit down is what made me actually stop and start watching basketball. I said, what in the hell is this? When he threw that drink in Jen's face so hard, I was appalled. I said, what? That's what made me get stuck to the show. Like, what is going on over here? Threw that drink in her face so hard that her eyelashes stuck to her. I said, girl, I ain't never to this day seen nobody get a drink thrown in their face down hard. The force out of it. I said, girl, he don't like you. He don't like you at all. He probably would have been easier on you if he'd hit you with a glass. It was just so... I said, oh! That's what made me start watching the show. I needed to see what was going on. What had this woman done so bad that made that ugly man throw that drink that hard in her face? Nothing. Nothing. He's just a mean old ugly bastard. Anyway, yeah, I said it. I said it. Because how dare you? Down the aisle and then in the face. Yeah, right. Get on out of here. Anyway, but I like Jelani and Jen. It looks, this looks like it could be promised, and I like it. I like that. It's cool. Now, Duffy sat with Angel. Angel still at this point hadn't told her mother. She ain't told her mother nothing about the pregnancy. She's planning a gender reveal party. I'm like, how's you all the way pregnant to the point where you planning a gender reveal party and you ain't told your mama that you pregnant? Girl, you tripping. You are tripping. And then she talked about this past interaction of her mom with her daughter's father. And it just didn't go very well. And it seems as though her mother was right, okay, about the whole situation. She's claiming that her and Rocc have actually worked everything out, all the problems that they had. For some reason, I don't believe it. I don't know. I don't know. And then Duffy asked her, well, is it Rocc? Is that why you're avoiding your mother? Is it who it is that you're pregnant by? And you see how they schmooze right on past that? I said, oh. Now, if I was her mother, honey, Rocc would be an issue. But is that the problem? And we want to know more. Is it Rocc? Is it something about Rocc, honey, that you know your mother ain't going to approve? Do tell. Moving on. Jackie sits down with Angel. Angel talks to Jackie. She tells Jackie she basically is still, I mean, she's just running this to the ground. She's worried about her mom coming to the gender reveal party. She finally has gone ahead and let her know. And now she doesn't know whether or not her mother's going to come. And of course, Jackie's like, oh, I'm just so concerned. I'm just so concerned. Y'all know Jackie. Jackie found any reason to be in your business. And that's what she's doing. Jackie's gearing up to be in Angel's business. That's all. Next, we see British and Jackie. And British basically told Jackie, listen, stay out of people's relationships. You had no business bringing old boy to that speed dating situation, that meat market. And Jackie steady giving all these excuses for why she did. Girl, stay out of people's business. Stay out of people's dating and relationship business. Jackie wasn't apologetic for it. She's still talking about how she's a relationship guru and on and on. Jackie, mind your business. Go figure out what Doug is doing. I promise you, Doug needs some phone sex or something. Go somewhere. Bye, Jackie. Moving on, let's go on to the gender reveal party, because there wasn't a whole lot in this episode. This is where we was getting to. We get to the gender reveal party. Everybody, they look nice. All the girls, they look nice. You know, they overdressed and underdressed all at the same time, because that's what they do on Basketball Wives. Overdressed and underdressed. Come on now. Her mom showed up, Angel's mom showed up, and meets with Rocc's dad. And he actually does look like that man. He looks like that man. Actually, Rocc's dad is kind of attractive. I said, he's kind of attractive, you know, older gentleman. Him and his old lady was there, met with them. Angel's mother was a little shady. You know, she wasn't impressed. She's like, whatever, you know. The dad had nothing but nice things to say how much he loved Angel. And I said, but you know, that might have hurt her mom's feelings a little bit. Like, you've gotten so comfortable with these people, so close to these people, and I didn't even know none of this was even going on. That might have hurt her feelings. Anyway, they did a whole little helicopter dusting, and it was blue, so it's going to be a little boy. Child, Rocc put this together. I said, oh, okay. Rocc did this. I said, all right. So it was overdone. Helicopter dusting, it was blue, so it's a boy. Then they had synchronized swimmers. I will say it again. Synchronized swimmers. I said, really, Rocc? Where you see that at, Rocc? Synchronized swimmers. Rocc is a mess. Anyway, and then he had Neo perform. I said, oh, bitch, you are just doing the most. Whatever, but that's my jam, honey. All because of you, honey. I said, oh, come on, Neo. He sang the little song, honey. Never again. No. That's my jam by Neo. He sang that. And then is when he clowned Angel in front of all her friends. I said, what in the hell? He made this whole big thing. Oh, everybody, here he come with this box and this ring. And we said, oh. So everybody's like, oh my God, he's going to propose to her. She was all ready. She said, child, and that fool gave her, he's talking about what ring, what finger you want it on. And he got talking about it's a friendship ring. He completely clowned her. And she was the laughing stock of all her friends, honey. All while it was going on, after he was talking about asking her which finger and all this, and it became blatant that it wasn't in a proposal. And I was sitting there and I was like, I said, oh my God, honey, this is terrible. This is terrible. I said, oh my God, a clown. You didn't even need that blonde hair. You should have had red hair, honey. I was waiting for Jigsaw to come out, honey, on a tricycle and riding a circle around. Riding a circle around Angel, honey. I was like, that is terrible. That is terrible. Totally clowned her. I said, oh, that Rocc, honey. That man, I'd have punched him in the top of his head. All of that hoopla, honey. All that much ado about nothing. Horrible. Then after that, child, old Brooke sitting over there. She just is messy. She done pulled up an IG post from Nia. Nia shady. Okay, let me tell you, this is the thing that killed me about this. Nia and her sister sat there, and they weren't invited. They asked to be invited because Angel was they showed a clip where Angel was talking about her gender reveal. We're talking about her being pregnant. They asked her, was she having a gender reveal party? She said, yeah. And they're like, oh, she's like, oh, would y'all want to come? They basically bogarted on an invitation. And then to thank her, you go post on your IG, girl, I got a taste for some out of wedlock baby shower food. Shady. Shady, 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 shady. And then said, yeah, I'm going to have me something today. Right before, posted that right before they went. And when Brooke said something to her about it, Nia got all defensive and going to say, well, I thought it was funny. And Brooke's like, it's not funny. And none of the girls, Brandy and them will sit around. They was like, that was not funny. That's shady as hell. And Duffy, now this was weird. Duffy got up and said, Angel don't need all this. Duffy got up and went and got Rocc. Now, I want to ask you, Duffy, what was it that Rocc was supposed to do? You literally sat him in the seat of bitch-assness. Because how do you go get him to approach a woman? Because it was a setup. I'm like, that's a no-win. Like, what is that? Like, he shocked me, though. He shocked me because he handled it really, really well. He did a really good job handling it. He came over, found out what was going on, and he was like, oh my God. Like, who does that? Like, why would you do that? You know? And he didn't spaz out. He didn't talk disrespectful to her. He's like, we're just supposed to be happy. He talked very nice to Nia. Nia was very shady. Yeah, you got what you wanted, and this, that, and the other. And I didn't think it was shady. And he's like, but it was. I thought it was shady, whatever. And that, you know, whatever. I didn't get it. I didn't know what Duff. I said, what did you want to do? Come over there and cuss her out? And then y'all would have been talking about him. And y'all would have been talking about how it was just so out of order to even drag him into that. But he handled it well. And then they thought he was done when he walked away, but he wasn't, baby. He, shortly after that, her and Brooke started going back and forth. And Brooke had done jumped up. I said, uh-oh, wait a minute. They got that calmed down. And Rocc ended up coming back, had he was security, and put Nia and her sister out. I said, now, Miss Nia, I know you didn't see that coming, girl. The embarrassment went off of Angel and was placed on you and your sister being walked out. I said, oh, girl, yeah, you should have been embarrassed. Getting walked out of it. I said, ooh. But you deserve to be thrown out. If he would have went over there and cussed her out, you really did deserve it. You really did deserve it, but it wasn't for him to do that. You don't go get no man to come approach no woman. That just was like, I was like, that's a no-win. Y'all was setting him up. But he did real good. Rocc, you did a very good job handling that situation. But that daggone Angel, they ended up telling her what happened. Angel, she was so hurt. She was so hurt. She really was. I was like, wow. Well, girl, listen. The red wig that you got brought to your party when he made a clown out of you, he put it on Nia and her sister, honey, and walked them on out. So all's well that ends well. My damn friendship ring. Anyway, child, basketball wives, it never ceases to amaze me. And they always deliver. There is always some realm of foolishness to keep us laughing at it. And this was a key. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later.